All right, let me show you a couple of use cases here. So here we have this prompt that I'm going to send to Mixus here, and I'm saying I've attached a venture financing term sheet with Series A economics and a pre-financing cap table, right? So here I'm, specifying a bit more details on what we expect to get as an output. But in short, what we want is a completed pro forma cap table in this format that I'm specifying up here, right? So I've attached these two files. And now I'm just going to go ahead and send that to Mixes, and it's going to do that for us. All right, so you can see we got a reply from the agent here. It's telling us the key terms from the Series A term sheet and the pre-Series A cap table. And then it went ahead and created this performa cap table down here, made all these calculations for us, and did that just in a matter of a few minutes. So extremely useful. It also gives us a nice summary down here, included all of this information that we asked for that was necessary from these different documents that we uploaded. So now I just went ahead and said save this agent so I don't have to copy paste that prompt when I want to run this agent again. And you can see now the agent was saved down here, and it's called a Performa Cap Table Modeling Agent, and it's giving us some information about what it does. And it's now saved and ready to use. So whenever I want to run it, I can simply say, run this agent and do it for this specific information for these documents, whatever. I could also just forward an email that I received from a client and say, run this agent on this information, and it's going to do that for us. All right, let me also just show this use case here. So we have a term sheet that's intentionally not great. It has some flaws. So we want Mixes to go ahead and figure out what those are and then respond like it would respond to a client, right? So it's going to go ahead and draft an email to the client. In this case, we're pretending that it's the founder here who's going to review it. And we have some requirements here of how it should explain the issue. So it should be in a founder-friendly way. And it should identify the most material issues, what's off market, what's, really unusual. And it should go ahead and just reply in that format. So I've attached the term sheet here, and now I'm just going to go ahead and send that to Mixes and have it do it for us. All right, so we got a reply from the agent here. It completed the review of that Series A term sheet and gave us this nice founder-friendly email that we could send back to our client, right? So it correctly identified multiple different off-market terms, gave us a nice overview of all of them right here. So it includes some here that are regarding the economics of the agreement and the governance, operational restrictions, investor rights, and so on, right? So overall recommendation comes down here saying it's substantially more aggressive than market terms and appears designed to give investors maximum control, and so on and so forth, right? So it's giving us a very nice email that we could directly email back to our client with some recommendations here saying, priority issues for negotiation, liquidation, preference, personal guarantees, eliminate entirely, board composition, protective provisions here, transfer restrictions. So all of this was done completely automatically in a few minutes instead of us having to manually go in and review all of this ourselves. So I really like the output of this agent, and, I'm going to go ahead here and say, save this agent so I can easily reuse that in the future. All right, so that was just a brief demo of a couple of different attorney-focused use cases that you can use Mixes for. We got much more coming soon. Thank you guys for watching.